pissing out. Hi, I'm Gassor, a second degree black belt in ITF Taekwondo, and today I'm going to teach you how to do the 540 kick. The prerequisite for the 540 kick is a 360 turning kick, or as some of you know it, a 360 roundhouse kick or a tornado kick. Not only will you have to be able to do this move, you'll have to find doing the move quite easy and be able to do the move quite floaty. If you can't do that, then I would keep practicing your 360 and then move on to your 540 after that. Otherwise, obviously, if you skip a stage, you find you're probably going to injure yourself. So first of all, I'm going to show you how my 360 turning kicks look, and then give you a rough idea of where you need to be before you attempt to do the 540 kick. Okay, so here's my 360 turning kick. Now, as you can see, I'm being very lazy with the move. I'm just relaxed as I'm going through. But the main point is the 360 is still going through. Okay, if your 360 is not getting all the way through, then it's going to be very difficult for you to perform the 540 because you have to be able to kick through and then land on that leg. If obviously you're kicking too early, say you're kicking over here, then you're going to have trouble doing the 540 because when you actually go for the 540, like doing it that way, you're going to initiate here and then drop down like this. Obviously you're going to end up damaging your ankles, your toes, or your knees, and you don't want that to happen. So I really recommend you're able to kick straight through before moving on. If you really struggle with a 360, comment below and I'll make a tutorial. The reason I'm not making a 360 tutorial and skipping straight to 540 is because I know most people can do the 360 already and they just need help with the 540. But if you need help, comment and I'll make a vid. Another important pointer if you want to do the 540 turning kick. If your 360 turning kick is basically your knee is up straight when you take off, and obviously you're kicking, trying to kick straight through, but it's not kicking through. The reason why is that knee. Obviously, if we turn the knee out, we place that leg down there, you can see my foot releases this hip. So obviously this one is able to come around and through to do the turning kick. If my knee's straight, I put it down there, I can't actually throw my turning kick that well. It goes against my hip, I will not be able to go all the way through. So that is very important in doing the 360 turning kick and when you move on to the 540 turning kick as well. If you struggle with the flexibility of getting the turning kick around, the inward crescent kick is an easier option where your knee obviously can go up straight and then obviously your leg can come straight through. Everyone can kind of swing their leg in to some degree. Yeah, it's a lot easier than throwing an actual turning kick. So maybe start doing the 360 inward crescent kick if you haven't got that much flexibility. You might even be able to do the 540 inward crescent kick that way as well before you're even able to do the 360 turning kick. Right, moving on to first learning the 540. What you first learn is when you do your 360 setup exactly the same. You turn, your knee normally comes up here when you do 360 at 45, so you swing and kick to the front. A little bit of a cheat way to help you when you're doing your 540 is let your knee come directly to the front or almost to the front. It's a little bit further than the 360. That way then it's easier to initiate your hip going into it and go straight through for the 540. So first of all, what I recommend when you're actually first trying the 540 is to actually just turn on the ball of your foot, turn back obviously to the front, lift your leg up, come straight to the front, and then basically bend your leg, hop over the top. Now, obviously, you might not be able to get it all the way up over first of all, so you gradually build it up. So if I'm obviously just starting here again, I'll bend, I could start just by doing something so simple like that, and then building it up. What you start to understand then is the other things that help you improve your 540, like your shoulders and your arms going up to help you, which obviously I'll cover in a moment. But first of all, just want you to kind of do it safely first, is just learn to just hop over. If you panic, you can put your other foot down then to stop you from damaging your foot. So if you think, oh my god, I'm going to hurt my foot, just put that foot down, and obviously you save yourself. When you get used to the leg coming over the top from the standing position chamber, then you're actually, if you get quite good, you're actually ready to do the 540. So if it looks something like this, and you're getting over, or close over, so your leg's about here, at least here, that means you're ready to actually put it into the motion of the proper 540. The reason why is actually easier when you put into it. The reason why is I've obviously got my right leg in front. I'm looking forward, sighting is very important. My arms at the beginning create the wind up, that creates my momentum. I come in, I turn, my knee will lift now. All the momentum from my arms is carried in. I drive up with my knee and my arms come up as well. Combine that with a push, obviously that gives me a lot of height. And then my right leg actually comes up, so that'll lift my body even more. And then what happens then is the leg comes over the top. I try to fold my arms in so I turn faster. And then this leg tucks in as well. Then I come straight down and then I try and turn out. The reason you try and turn out is obviously you're going to land it dead like this. It all goes into your leg. You know, nice little shockwave through, and obviously you get a damaged leg. So obviously what we try and do every time we do the 540 is we land and try and spin out. The reason we spin out is obviously so the momentum goes into our hips and not into our leg. Right, okay, so when we put it all together, when we turn, we wind our arms up, we're looking to the front, we come back around, we lift our knee, we look back at the front, our knees driving up, our arms are driving up with the takeoff leg, our leg comes over the top, and then as the leg comes over the top, straight down, try and land on the ball of the foot, not the flat, and then obviously you can spin out a lot easier. Once we've got all that, then obviously we're ready to actually really go for the 540 turning kick, and then we come in and we go straight through. If you're still struggling after those steps, basically just keep persisting and keep trying the 540. You don't have to actually keep trying to land the 540. You can go for the 540 and again place your other foot down so it's a little bit safer just before, so you get kind of an inkling whether you're ready for the 540. So what I do is if I'm kind of in the middle of whether to land my 540 or not, I basically go for the 540 and then I go, oh no, and then I can place my other foot down first and then I can feel whether I got enough timing to go through for the 540. Other ways to help you, you can create more momentum at the beginning, or you might find you get a better setup with a step. Some people I know kind of step to the side, so they spot like this, step and then turn here, so they only got a quarter turn for the chamber, so it's a little bit easier. Some people step straight forward, and then obviously they come straight into the position we were just in, so it's an extra step for momentum. When I first started doing 540s, I learned them from basically a straight through turning kick. So it basically kind of looked like this. I'd wrench my turning kick through, and then I'd go straight to the 540 and just wrench it. Yeah, that's how I just created the momentum. That's how I actually first landed my first 540. So things like that can kind of help as well. Some people do a spinning hook kick to 540. They find that gets the momentum to come through. They just place it down and come straight through and do the 540. So kind of have a little bit of practice, play with it, see what kicks help you get into the 540 as well. Again, you don't have to necessarily do the 540 if you're panicking. Say I was doing the spin nut kick one and I weren't quite sure what I could do. I do the spin nut kick, I reach through and then I go, oh no! I can easily kind of wussy out of the move, yeah? And then obviously when you get used to it and you understand it, you'll eventually just land it out of everything. Yeah, I do it accidentally sometimes. I'm doing 360s, my leg automatically just goes through and just lands a 540 and I'm just like, well, how did that happen? So eventually it will become that easy for you, and then obviously the next stage then is to move on to 720s or jackknives or things like that. Yeah, you'll eventually start to find it easier. Yeah, just say you find 360s hard at the beginning, then 360s become easy. 540s are hard at the beginning, 540s become easy. And then you're working it up, you just keep going to the next level and keep progressing. So good luck with that, and I hope you get the 540.